Deadpool and Wolverine was amazing.
You ain't even hit the damn table.
Nope. Deadpool and Wolverine was amazing. No, I don't want to hit it hard. This is a nice table.
Break the shit.
Leave the table alone.
Break the goddamn table.
Ah!
Be like, yo, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Boom! This dude wants to slap it so hard the table shatters. But nah, that movie was phenomenal. We saw it last night. I'm just going to say this from right now. It was the best Marvel movie I've seen in the past few years. Because my expectations going into it were exactly what I received. Yep. And I felt like a happy kid.
Yep.
I left the theater just happy. And that's pretty rare. I had no complaints. So today we're going to be talking about it. Of course, though,
I did have one complaint.
Yeah, but it took you like almost 24 hours to process.
But I had to process it. Like, yeah, sure.
Process, smash us. We left happy.
Yeah, I left happy. Like, the only issue that I had was some of the music. It seemed like it was over the top. But besides that, it had a lot of... It was... I compared this movie to Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, yeah.
Where this movie, it had a lot of points of just over exposition just to get you to what you came here to see.
Right.
Right? So it's like, I'm not too mad at it because it's like, I'm just trying to enjoy shit.
Listen, bro, they understand the audience. Isn't that what they're for?
Yeah, so, you know, give us the exposition. Now let me see what I came here to see.
Bro, they explained everything in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
They was hitting me with so much information.
Bro was rapid shooting. He was like, bah, 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 bah.
I was just like, all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But listen.
All right. I mean, I'm understanding, but it's just coming like so damn quick. All right, come on.
Bruh.
And then we came here, we saw what we got here to say, and then some. And I was just like, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Let's do the spoiler alert from right now.
What are you talking about? No.
You want to give a summary without spoilers?
Yeah, we're gonna give a summary, and then we're gonna get into spoilers.
All right, you can talk. I'm spoiling stuff. I ain't saying nothing.
Right, so you know what you seen from the trailer. You know, Deadpool is let me see, what is he?
It's real hard, ain't it?
I'm trying to I haven't seen a lot of the trailers, but you know, Deadpool is he's looking for Wolverine, and you know, he finds Wolverine. They bicker because I'm pretty sure Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are friends in real life, so their chemistry on screen was really nice. That was a good thing to see.
Yeah, it was.
Them bicker, and of course from the trailer you've seen him in the yellow suit, something that we've never seen in live action, which was, you know, great to see. They did it justice. And I mean, I was watching some things where it was like over design and all of this stuff, and how like almost everybody now have these helmets that just disappear on command, right? Where in this movie, there were moments where the person had to really get serious and emote, so they take off their mask to like emphasize what the hell. And it wasn't just the helmet disappears and backs up into the thing. They actually have to take their helmet off. It was more of a mask. It wasn't even helmets, it was a mask. So they had to just pull their mask off. So that was something that was nice. A lot of the places were filmed like in an actual area, not on a green screen, so it looked more realistic.
It did.
There was a moment where like there was a battle, they jumped out of a bus. Remember when they jumped out of the bus?
Yes.
That moment looked a little fake.
It did.
It looked very like claymation-y, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna overlook it, but at the same time, do better next time. You know, if you needed more time to cook, I would have been okay waiting. But
I could have waited an extra month.
But you know, from what we got, I was amused. Right, the music choices, yeah, sure. I wasn't, you know, too thrilled at how they used it in some places. I'm like, couldn't you make like some originals or something like that?
I didn't really notice much of the music.
The music was just like very pop culture-y and stuff. I'm just like, come on.
I think they were trying to appeal to a bit of a younger audience.
There's people that like their complaints are like, you know, it wasn't as engaging or it wasn't as thoughtful or stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I came here to see, and I know that it's not going to happen for everything. You know, if you go into a movie if a movie makes you expect thoughtfulness and then you go there and you get thoughtfulness, all right. But if this movie, because I don't remember any thoughtfulness from the trailers. It was like, they cutting each other's ass. is freaking Deadpool. I didn't expect any thoughtfulness. So when I came into this movie, I expected jokes, fourth wall breaking, them fighting, which they did, and I was amused.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the comedy was on point for most of the movie. Right, there was points that just killed me, and the story, you know, he had a reason for doing it, so that too. It wasn't just let me find Wolverine because fan service. There was a reason. The reason that was shown in the trailer was the exact same reason in the movie. There was no. Well, I don't know if that. I didn't watch all of the trailers, so I'm gonna just say spoilers for that. So,
no, I watched all the trailers.
Spoilers for that. So there's some people that avoided trailers because.
But we're not even gonna talk about that
because they know that sometimes the trailers like to reveal.
I have one more point to add to what you were saying, like positives, right? I really appreciated how they were able to showcase these fights in such small areas. It was amazing.
You know what I feel like they did?
What?
When it comes to the fourth wall breaking?
What?
Like, some people don't think they were ragging on Disney too much, but I felt like the whole purpose of this movie was Deadpool saying, hey, I'm here to save the MCU.
Basically.
That's how I saw it, right?
Basically.
Because even the dude said, we chose you, right? We had to, like, he was going to do this with or without Deadpool. And his higher-ups told him that, like, Deadpool got to survive for reason unbeknownst to him. So he brought Deadpool out. But it's like, the higher purpose is save the MCU. Right. But will he? Probably not. This will probably be like, just a hiccup. You know, a good movie in a cesspool of creative bankruptcy. Like, this movie, I heard he fought to keep it like this. So if you have to fight a company to make a good movie,
yeah,
in where the movies now are subpar.
And everyone is saying across the board.
And yeah, it's like, yeah, we didn't get any other Marvel movie this year because, they're running out of ideas. And what's next? What's next after this? Agatha? Who the hell gives a fuck about Agatha? Who cares about Agatha all along? Agatha Harkness.
I don't know who that is.
It's the witch from WandaVision. The purple one. The one who killed the dog.
Okay.
Who gives a shit? Just like the damn Echo show.
Right. Nobody watched that.
Why the fuck was Echo?
She wasn't a favorite character in the show where she first appeared.
She got her show before the season even came out that debuted her. So it was like, nobody even knew her. Nobody even got to like her before you gave her time to shine.
At least with Moon Knight was highly popular.
Moon Knight is cool.
Moon Knight was highly popular in the
comics.
comics.
They didn't fucking show Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight was...
Bro,
that show...
Moon Knight was like 7 minutes in his own damn show.
Man,
fuck that show.
they dropped the ball on
Anyway, so Deadpool, I feel like Deadpool did a lot right. And I feel like that's going to be rare, ongoing. This movie was good it was a love letter to fans. And for you to enjoy this movie fully... You
had to be a fan.
You had to have been a fan.
You had to be a real fan.
For a long time.
Right.
Right? You can't just come in now and be like, oh, cool. No, for you to fully feel what the audience felt when these characters showed up, you have to be a fan and watch pretty much all of the Marvel movies that didn't include the MCU. Like, I'm talking about
everything.
Before Disney.
This is what I said during the movie. As we were watching it, I told you, I said, bro,
be careful.
I feel like a kid. I feel like a little kid getting to enjoy something that I've wanted since childhood.
Yeah, I mean, that's what even Deadpool said. It was like, yo, waited like 20 years for this.
Yes. Literally. I waited my whole life to see certain things that I saw in this movie. I was very pleased because they didn't drop the ball. They respected it.
Yeah,
for what it was.
So overall, I mean, for me, I give the movie a 9 out of 10. If the music choices were a little bit more, I guess, Hans Zimmerman-y and not so pop culture-y, I would have given this movie a 10 out of 10. That was my only gripe with the movie. Like, yeah, sure, the beginning with the pop culture music.
That was funny.
That was funny.
At the end, it was also funny.
The ending was nice. But during it, like establishing shots, you know, characters showing up, all of this stuff, it was like, yo, all right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like manufactured emotional manipulation instead of genuine, like like music can manipulate an emotion, but I feel like in some of these scenes the music was just way over the top to the point where I couldn't feel as excited as I would have been or could have been if the music choice was something else.
There's a scene specifically that I want to mention, but we have to wait for the spoiler moment.
So don't.
But I will say my overall rating of this movie, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 is because this is the first time in years that I walked into a theater with high expectations. My expectations were not low for this movie at all whatsoever. Mine were very high, and I walked out of the theater satisfied, and that doesn't get much better than that.
I went there to get entertained.
I was entertained.
I got entertained.
I
left happy. What more can you need?
It doesn't get much better than that. So movie for me has 10 out of 10 just because it's doing something most movies are not doing right now.
Entertaining.
It's doing what it needed to do and what I expected it to do.
Right. So, you know, I gave it a 9 out of 10. He gave it a 10 out of 10. My 9 out of 10 is, you know, it's really small, so I probably even up that to like 9.5. Like, you know, really close to probably 9.8 because the music choices, it could be, I could ignore that because everything else, I had no complaints with anything else. So I'll give it a 9.8.
It deserves it, bro.
Right? And he gives it a perfect 10 out of 10. So overall, that's like what, 9.9 together? All right.
That's 19.9.
So, yeah, that's our review, you know, all right. And
yeah, we're gonna end the video.
we're going to
Just gonna.
you know, sit your ways down. So here we go. we're gonna have a moment of silence
Oh.
because spoiler warning. We're gonna have a spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
I'm giving them 10
We're gonna
seconds.
spoiler warning. We're gonna spoil. We're gonna start talking about spoilers. Spoiler warning. If everyone is gone now, then that's fine. If your ass is still here, that means you don't care about spoilers. So with that being said, Blade by Wesley Snipes was in this movie.
Yes!
That shit was crazy.
Yes!
Blade was in this movie.
Yes!
That shit was crazy.
He was
Man,
blasting niggas.
Bruh.
Yo!
You know, do people understand how important Blade is?
By Wesley Snipes specifically.
He started this whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. He started this whole franchise. He was the first Marvel movie.
1999?
I don't remember, but it was a rated R movie, and it was done by Blade. A black man started the MCU. All right, give credit to Blade, not Wakanda. All right, even though he was a cultural phenomenon, but Blade is the one that started
Wesley
it
Snipes
all.
got his
Wesley
flowers.
Snipes, and they put respect on his name.
They sure did.
Yo, man.
They sure did. They kill him?
Technically.
No.
Technically.
Nope. They didn't.
Well, he got stabbed, but he's durable enough to withstand that.
He's fine.
But Fog Dude came over, and they never showed him after that. They showed
other characters from that scene.
It's safe to assume he's all right.
He's alive. He just didn't want to be a part of the group.
He's not with them.
He's a solo dude.
All right, yeah.
They put respect on his name.
Bro, so Blade, right? You know who else was up in that bitch?
Captain America.
Elektra. I'm not even with that yet. Elektra. They put Elektra in there. Right?
Yes, Elektra was in there.
That was nice.
Daredevil wasn't. It's probably for the best.
They had Gambit played by Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's Channing Tatum.
Right?
That looked awkward.
I called him My Name is Jeff guy.
He looked too buff for Gambit.
They put my name. No.
Bro, his face was like filling that mask.
Yeah.
They mad funny.
They put My Name is Jeff and they had him as Gambit.
Yes.
He was alright.
His accent was okay.
Yeah, because he
tried.
He had the he did alright.
He tried.
He did good.
He tried.
I had no complaints.
For Channing Tatum, that's his best work.
So
probably.
So stop being mean.
I don't like him that much.
So
I'm scarred by Magic Mike.
They put Johnny Storm in this.
Bruh. No, but it's the way they did it.
Yeah, so if y'all know,
I want to explain. He came into the movie, and everyone in the audience and Deadpool thought this man was Captain America. And honestly, I was okay with that because if you watch the new X-Men animated series, I thought they were going to do a tie-in with that.
You know what it is?
That.
It's because, one, Chris Evans played both Johnny Storm.
He did.
And
I know.
Steve Rogers.
I know.
But they played with you because when he first started speaking, he was speaking like Captain America.
He was.
Not to mention, he was wearing blue, which Captain America also wears. Right? So you're just like, okay, so this is like a variant of Captain America.
I was cool with it.
And then the homie started cursing and shit, and Deadpool was like, huh?
Yeah, he was like, yo, this is... I know you from Brooklyn, bro.
You cursing with language?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, what the hell is this? And so he was like, all right, we about to start fighting. You ready? And Deadpool was like, oh, he's gonna say Avengers Assemble. And dude said, flame on.
The whole theater went wild.
I was like, what? Yo, that's crazy.
Nah, but they definitely... They disrespected the crap out of him.
Bro, they bodied him.
Pyro just absorbed all of his flames and said, all right, sit down.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He
that was
fell, knocked out.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, Deadpool being just the absolute menace of the movie gets him killed by saying... He was pretty much insulting her to her face, but saying
it was the Human Torch.
Which got him
He was like, you
killed.
know what he said?
Yeah, which
Bro.
got him killed. And it was just so brutal and
it was
so
bad.
quick.
It was
just
bad.
like that.
Remember when Black Bolt blew his own head off?
That was stupid.
But remember how it was just like everybody in the audience was like...
But yeah, that was stupid.
It was shock factor.
It was shock factor, and it was really dumb.
I've never seen someone's skin get ripped off and then just...
Yeah, people put in the comments because I don't know about... what's her name? Cassandra Nova?
Yeah.
Tell me what the hell her powers is, because goddamn.
I ain't want to look it up. She can do anything she wants, bro.
Menace. Don't get me wrong, though. I really liked her. She was
really good.
She was amusing to look at.
But she had to die.
But she had to go.
No, but I was saying before the movie was over, I was like, yo, she'd be a really cool like Endgame villain.
You know what?
And then by the time, a few minutes later, I was like,
you know what's funny?
Nah, she needs to die.
You know what's funny?
What?
She's crazy.
Too crazy.
I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, her and Deadpool gonna smash, isn't it?
Oh man, they could have.
Yo, I was like, I want to see that.
They could have, but I thought her motivations were totally different.
Yeah, but she's crazy. She's evil. Deadpool is crazy and just a menace.
Now, believe it or not, she was fascinated by him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like...
Once she dug around in his brain, she was like, all right.
She was so nonchalant about everything because she just had absolute control over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she found herself in a disadvantage, she had the advantage. Mm-hmm. So she just didn't care. Mm-hmm. To the point where she was at the mercy of Deadpool, and she's just like caressing his arm, like, this is fine.
She was still talking her shit.
Yeah, it's just like
he was like, yo, if we take the mask off, if we take the helmet off, you gonna stop? She was like, I'm gonna kill all of y'all.
He's like, why are you like this? And she's like, I don't know.
She's like, I can't answer that.
I don't know.
I really don't.
So yeah, she was great in this.
She was
movie.
good. She did a great job.
Really liked her.
She did a great job. We gotta talk about the action.
She was also very charismatic. That was another thing that went along.
She was a likable character.
She was likable. She was someone that you couldn't even hate.
No. She was the type. She was the type of. You're right.
I talked to. Don't touch me.
You're right. You're right. Man, she was the type of character, right? Like Joker, where you know this character's awful.
But
they're doing awful things, but they're fun to watch.
Joker, you love to hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate her.
No, I didn't hate her at all.
I wanted her to survive at the end.
I didn't. I wanted her to die because I was like, I don't see how.
I wanted to see more of her.
No, I didn't see how they were gonna have her character exist and her not just ruin everything.
Bro, she had so much power. She was first of all, she's an Omega level mutant.
She was doing too much.
She had the sling ring.
Bro, she was doing too much.
Right? Her powers are insane, and that's probably why the TVA got her out of there before she was when she was a baby. She was just thrown in there as a baby. Because
she probably started messing up universes and it was like, yo, we gotta reset the whole plethora of timelines because of her stupid behind. Get her out of here, bro. When she born? Can we kill her? Nah, it's gonna mess up too many things. All right, well, ship her
Bro,
to
she was reaching.
East Bubafon.
She was reaching through people's faces and then grabbing their face from the inside.
That's the only way she could read your mind.
And then dragging them.
Yes, that was OD.
That shit was crazy.
That was OD.
And then how she would teleport behind you and then get her.
She was like Hela. She was like Hela from the Thor movie.
Nah, she's way scarier than Hela.
No, but when Hela first appeared and she did that like teleport type thing,
She never teleported.
She was like moving through shadows. Or is that a different character? There was a character that could move like that in Marvel. We've seen it before.
I don't remember, but all
like
I know
illusions.
is she creepier, she's scarier than Wanda, and way more likable than Wanda.
At the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I liked her more than Wanda, right? Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange mom, and I liked her more, and she was scarier.
You know what made her a bit likable too?
It was just her how how nonchalant she was with everything, and then how she spoke. It was like playfulness, giddiness, nonchalant.
Besides the charisma, because she had that was 10 out of 10. What made her even more likable for me was the fact that a part of her cared. A part of her was deeply hurt by the fact that she never had a relationship with her brother.
Yeah.
Because she was taken away as a baby. And the only person that she knew that was there that could have really, given her some sense of bond or connection with her brother, Charles Xavier, was really Wolverine. There were other X-Men present, but they were nowhere near as close to Charles as Wolverine was. So when Wolverine popped up, she was kind of just like, I would really love for you to stay. Like, she's not going to say it outright because of her personality, but you could sense she really did want him to stay. It would have made her feel a lot better if he was there.
You know what I think also? Even though she was very powerful and she could do crazy things, I don't think she could kill Deadpool.
Nah.
Because she had a core of Deadpool's, but remember, Deadpool can regenerate from almost nothing.
Yeah.
He can just regrow like.
But not only that, I mean, we haven't seen it yet in the comics, but Deadpool can literally just come back from anything.
Like, there was a scene,
Can't die.
There was a part in the comics where you cut his arm off, he grows his arm back, but that arm that got cut off is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
You cut his head off, he either grows a new body or grows a new head.
Mm-hmm.
All of those pieces. There was a character who came to life because of all of those spare pieces got put together, and it was basically a clone of Deadpool. I forgot what he was called, but I don't think he lasted long. But it was just Deadpool is he's an unkillable menace.
Speaking of lasting long, Nice Pool. I'm just gonna say right now, that was the funniest scene in the movie.
Bro,
I have not laughed like that in at least 6 months.
Yeah,
I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to miss the movie.
Bro, that shit killed me. Dude, all right, so let's lay down the foundation. Mm-hmm. So Deadpool got obsessed with Dogpool. Mm-hmm. But Dogpool's owner is Nicepool. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, can I have the dog? And he's like, no, over my dead body. He's just like...
Right. That moment, he processed it.
Yeah, he was like...
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
They were like...
One way or another, I'm going to find a way to get that dog. He also...
The guns.
Yep.
The golden pistols.
Saw that he got the golden... I forgot what it was. Desert Eagles?
Yep.
It was golden plated Desert Eagles. It was just all golden, right? And it's like, I want those guns too.
What it was Nice Pool. He pulled up. First of all, his suit was, I think, a bit over the top.
It was like Deadpool's armor, but shiny.
It was shiny. It had the cutouts of the muscles.
His face was normal. It was normal Ryan Reynolds.
We came to find out the reason his face was normal is because he never got cancer, and he also didn't have a healing factor, which we didn't find out until the very end when he died. Dude was just a nice guy.
Yep. And
Genuinely
Deadpool
nice.
Fucking murdered.
He didn't murder him.
He got him killed in the funniest way possible.
Listen, they had to hide, bro. It had to be done.
So there was Deadpool Corps. Mm-hmm. Deadpool Corps was like a corporation of like hundreds.
Just think of Spider-Verse,
right? But they all worked for Cassandra Nova.
Right.
Right. So they come out, and Lady Deadpool's in the front, who is played by Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
You remember Kidpool? The kid?
That's his
daughter. His whole family was in this movie.
Bruh.
And Nice Pool,
Yeah.
twin.
He doesn't have a twin.
He doesn't have a twin. But
It was him though.
in the credits, Nice Pool was played by, I forgot what it was called. It was a different name. Hold on. Go back.
I mean, I know Ryan Reynolds does have a brother.
Yeah, he does. All right, so it's called Gordon Reynolds.
Is that his brother's name?
So if you look in the credits, it says Nice Pool was played by Gordon Reynolds, when that's actually Ryan Reynolds, but his like fake twin. So he gave his fake twin credit in the credits, even though he doesn't exist.
This man, he's crazy.
Bro, he's hilarious. Dude was breaking the fourth wall in the credits too, and you had to peek it out.
That dude is wild. He's bugging.
So it's like, yeah, Ryan Reynolds' whole family was in this movie.
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds' wife got a really nice voice.
I don't remember what she sounded like.
Remember when she was like Uzi, baby? That shit was mad smooth. Every time she spoke, it was smooth as hell.
Hey, dude's chilling.
He's chilling.
He's having a great time.
Hot tour.
Hot tour.
Yeah.
We got him. We got him. Yo. So, okay. Fights that I thought were exceptional. Definitely the minivan scene. And I want to really speak on this in depth.
Everybody I've seen in reviews, they've always held that one scene in high regards. Like, that was one of the best fights.
It's because of what? It's like, listen.
It was such a complicated fight in such a contained space.
Right. How do you do that level of choreography
maneuvering in
a minivan?
Yep.
They didn't step outside of it. They might have gone outside of the van, but they were still, some part of them was contacting that van the entire time.
That van was like home base. They had to keep
right. They had to keep one hand on it.
They were fighting for point.
Bro, it was amazing.
Oh, excuse me.
To put, man, the level of choreography. And then even the first fight between Wolverine and Deadpool.
It completely took you off guard. Like, you saw him doing this, but I thought he
was started running on all fours.
And he was using his claws as grip to move even faster. Right. So he was moving. And then he did a little twist thing, and that broke Deadpool's guns. Mm-hmm. That's why he didn't have guns.
Yes.
And that's why he wanted them golden guns.
Yes.
So everything was connected.
Bro.
Well, he wanted the golden guns because he wanted them. But at the same time, his guns were gone. Like, he didn't have his guns.
Bro, that scene was phenomenal. It was literally phenomenal. I waited my whole life, ever since I saw Hulk versus, and I watched it on Netflix when it was first put on Netflix, and you saw the segment with Wolverine, Deadpool trying to basically break the Hulk out of prison.
Logan, I think we lost him. That movie,
bro. That
movie was when I became a fan of Deadpool. I saw that movie so long ago, and I was like, yo, this dude is funny.
Funny as hell.
Funny as hell.
That was the first time I've ever seen Deadpool.
Mm-hmm, Logan.
Since then,
I shot you.
I bought the entire comic. It's like this thick. It's all the volumes up until that point of Deadpool. I keep it in my room. And I have Deadpool paraphernalia all over my room. I walk around with a Deadpool book bag. A kid at work said, "Why are you walking around with a kid's book bag?"
It's not a kid's book bag. First
Deadpool.
Of all, it's a Deadpool book bag. It's
How
not a
dare
kid.
you?
Do you see the word kids on it? Listen, I don't want you to be manipulated by society, kids or adults. If someone says you're too old to be doing something that you enjoy, you go ahead and be miserable by your damn self.
I'm never throwing that bag away.
And if somebody says, "Why are you wearing something that looks like it's for kids?" I like it. And that's what matters.
You know the bag inverts?
Like,
one side has cartoons of Deadpool all over it, and then you can invert the bag, and then it's just a huge face. It's his whole face.
Bro, if that dude, it's not a kid's bag. It's a Deadpool bag.
It's a Deadpool bag.
And it's not for kids. Have you seen a Deadpool movie? Them shits is rated R. Get out of here.
Bruh.
Get out of here.
I love that.
Don't judge me. I'll judge you.
Another scene, right? Can you explain to me?
No.
Bastard.
And the video's over! Nah, go ahead.
Anyways, can you explain to me exactly how Elektra and like Blade and all of them ended up there specifically? Because I know that they said it in the movie, but I
out-universe reason.
Quite...
Their universes were forgotten and lost, and therefore they wound up here. The TVA sensed that their universes were dying, and they took the characters and brought them there to the end of time.
But why bring them?
Because they're important.
Did they bring all of them or just specific people?
Well, it's kind of like with Deadpool's situation. His universe was dying because that was the Fox universe, so they took him out specifically because he was one of like the high important ones that remain.
Isn't Elektra Fox?
Elektra is someone else. I don't remember, but her and Daredevil were.
They were part of the same universe.
They were the top dogs. So when their universe died, the TVA took them. Blade was top dog. His universe was dying. They took him, and he said he didn't even give a chance to fight for his universe. They pretty much snuck attack him.
Yeah.
Like they probably, while he was walking on his business, and they just opened it up and he fell under, and they pruned him and they sent him to the end of the time.
Well, that's because he would have been a serious
He would have been a problem. Yeah, you see, you stabbed him through the chest, and he's just like, motherfucker, that hurt.
Right, like that was a scratch.
You couldn't stop him.
Dude was not. He wasn't gonna ask questions. He would have appeared and started fighting. So yeah, they would have had to get rid of him.
He
quick.
said the line about ice skating uphill.
Yeah. Yep.
Some motherfucker still ice skating uphill.
Bro, he
Dope.
did his thing. He did his thing. The action in that movie was, oh my god.
I was hyped to see Blade.
Oh my gosh.
And it sucks because, you know, some people that's watching this movie now these days, they don't really know. They just like Wesley
They're
Snipes.
too young.
They don't. And they even said that in the movie. They was like, yo, some of us have been forgotten. Some of us didn't, like, y'all didn't even know we were around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically, it was just paying homage to all of this stuff, and it was letting people know, like, yeah, we exist. We did.
They're the
things.
pioneers of Marvel.
Yeah, we
the
did.
MCU
we did things.
that most people know would not have existed if it were not for the Blade movies, the
like
Daredevil movies.
They put a lot of respect on Blade's name, but if I'd known that Blade was going to be in this movie since the very beginning, I would have wanted him to be like, I wanted them to pay like super homage, pay so much respect to him, and have him do a whole lot more, considering the fact he's the one that started most of this.
Yeah, but it's not his movie.
It's not his movie. It's Wolverine and Deadpool movie.
Not his movie. But I think that they definitely gave him the respect he deserved.
They gave him his respect.
He didn't die.
They gave all of them their respect.
Right.
They gave all of them the respect. But I feel like it should have been a little bit more.
Any character that I felt was annoying, like growing up, there were certain characters that used to just tick me off. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Human Torch. He was just this.
You didn't like Human, bro?
No.
He
Never
was,
liked Human Torch.
Yo, he was funny as hell, bro. When he
found him annoying. He always screwed everything up.
Bro, when he made that rock slide joke.
Okay, that was OD.
That shit destroyed.
That
me.
was OD.
And then Chris Evans played that shit so well. Like,
he did.
Like his body language.
He did.
He knew he was gonna get in trouble for saying that joke.
He did.
He was like getting ready to
Right.
run away, and he was like, you know, and he said the joke fast, like, you know, died in a rock slide, and he was out.
The thing
was
is,
out.
I did not like the Human Torch in the movies because he was the one character that pissed off everyone else. And don't get me wrong, Deadpool is that too. But growing up, I had two versions of the Human Torch.
Human Torch was
I had the
Iron
one
Man, right?
from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and then I had the Human Torch from the movies. I was watching both of those at the same time. Human Torch was never a character that was just supposed to be taken as a joke, so that pissed me off. But Fantastic Four, those movies, they were also pioneers. They deserved to be shown and for everyone to recognize them as, you know, no, he started here. Chris Evans was this before he was Captain America.
Bro, they
Don't
had
get
the
it twisted.
Fantastic Four kind of in this movie. They had the X-Men in this movie.
Old school X-Men.
Daredevil,
Yes, they
Elektra,
did.
Blade.
Yep.
Man, this movie was for the fans.
It was for the fans, 100%.
This movie was for the fans, and you can tell that this movie was for the fans.
Okay,
Comic
this is a
books-
huge.
What?
This is big. I don't want to forget this. They teased the fact that Disney and, well, really Marvel and DC did a merger, and I made a post like a few weeks, probably a couple
What are you talking
months
about?
ago.
When he was talking about down the street?
No, well, yes, that was the second cameo. Did you catch the first one?
Well, Deadpool's always making fun of Disney, and also why? Because of Chris.
Elektra.
What about Elektra?
When he saw Elektra for the first time, and she was speaking, and
Oh, he called him Wonder Woman?
he was about to call her Wonder Woman.
It's just a joke. It's just Deadpool being a Deadpool.
But here's why it's significant now. Marvel and DC are fusing. They already made an announcement that moving forward, they're going to be working together to make all of their movies. We're going to see a cameo is what I'm trying to say. We might see Batman.
All I see is Monopoly.
No,
Everybody
come on.
coming together. It's like, bro, come on. Where's the competition? Everybody's just
There's no competition.
There's no competition anymore, and the bigger Disney gets, the smaller independent creators seem.
This is true.
Like Disney could have she could have Marvel, which is massive, but if it has the Discovery Channel, it has this, it has that, and now it's gonna get DC, and it's just like when you think comic books, the first thing you think of is either Marvel or DC, and if both of them are owned by the same thing, it just makes the little guy seem small. It just seems smaller. More
there is no competition anymore.
It's not. It's not right. It's like, come on. And then if say our stuff gets popular, they might try and consume it as well.
They very well way.
And of course that's a lesson to be known, because if you look at George Lucas, they paid him billions of dollars for Star Wars, and he's a billionaire.
Yeah, but he has no control over something.
He has no control over the person that he created, over the world he created, and he is miserable.
Yeah, think about that.
I think
this man's a billionaire, but he's very
miserable.
upset.
And every time he's talking about Star Wars, he's like, there's like a little bit of resentment in his voice. He gave him the format, and once they bought it, they completely ignored the format, and they did their own thing. And a lot of people who were fans of the past, they don't like the new stuff.
Well, that goes to show that money actually can't buy happiness.
Money can't buy happiness.
It can't.
It only postponed depression.
Right.
That's all I could do.
The money, I'm sure that check looked amazing when he was signing that contract.
That's a lot of zeros. But anybody would be happy to see that in the beginning. Right. But then after a while, you come to realize what you've done.
Right.
And there's no going back, because it's like they pay you like $4 billion for your project.
Same thing happened with Kratos,
and then you want
the creator of God of War.
And then you want the thing back.
Can't get it. It's done.
No, they'll say you can have it back for $8 billion.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have $8 billion.
Right.
So it's like, I don't get it back.
No.
But just as for Kratos, I don't want to get into that, because I feel like the new people that did Kratos, they put respect on his name.
I'm not saying they didn't, but the creator did speak out and say that was not his vision for it.
But here's my problem with that. What was he doing with Kratos? Like,
nobody knows.
First of all, you created Kratos. We like you for that. We love you for that.
Forever.
But when you created Kratos, you also signed a deal where that I don't think you don't own 100% of him. Like, you can't.
You're not the creative director anymore.
Like, if you leave, you can't take Kratos.
No.
So, with you knowing that, you should be like, I don't want, because I'm a creator too, and I wouldn't even put myself in a position like that. If I'm going, all of my characters are coming with me, right? I don't care. You don't have to kill me.
They might.
I don't care. Then niggas will know what the fuck happened.
Right.
Right? Easy. So, at least they put respect and added to it. You wanted him to be a one-note killing machine rampaging forever, whereas they depicted him as a stoic, maturing someone who's still learning, right?
Well, that's not the point I'm making.
I know, but he's learning different things. You don't like the...
Kratos grew.
He grew, but...
I love the story for what it is now.
But the creator of Kratos didn't want him to grow.
Right.
I liked his story, and you shouldn't be dividing the fan base. Like, 'cause before, nobody was divided.
Nobody cared.
And then
everybody was happy.
Then you come out and say, oh, they did this, they did that, and now people on your side was like, yeah, and now people was like, but that's not the thing. And so now there's a divide. Now you got pro young Kratos, pro good old Kratos, and now it's like, this did not need to happen.
Well, the moral of the story is, if you really do care about what you create,
stay and keep it. Hold it close to your heart.
Don't
sell out. Because it might feel good in the beginning, but at the end of the day, you realize that you sold something that's way more important than that materialistic.
Any monetary value.
Yeah, it's akin to selling your soul.
You don't take money with you when you die.
Exactly.
And you don't necessarily take your stories with you when you die either, but if they're yours, you can
George
keep
Lucas
them until you die.
Left a legacy of Star Wars, and that legacy is being ruined by Disney. So that when he dies, his legacy will still be of Star Wars.
Right.
But the corruption of his work will also be
You
in
realize
his legacy.
that people my nephew's age don't realize that George Lucas created Star Wars. They think Disney created Star Wars.
That's terrible. So look at that. So
Your
now
legacy's gone. It's not your legacy anymore.
Yeah. So when he dies,
They bought your legacy.
He's leaving a legacy, but that legacy is forgotten. And Disney is the one that's taking it over. Disney
How
has
much is a legacy worth?
Disney has so much, man.
How much is a beautiful legacy worth? Apparently to them, a few $1 billion.
It's priceless. It's supposed to be priceless.
Right.
Never sell your work. Like, get your own following, however long that may take. Be patient, work hard, and then, keep it. And when people try and offer you money, that only shows
how valuable what you have is.
One, your worth, and two, they're scared.
Yeah.
Because why else are they going to be offering you so much money for your stuff so that they can stay in power and they don't want you to take over?
You know how many Star Wars books there are?
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know how many movies they could have made from those books?
Yeah, so keep your shit and hold firm. And it's like, don't sell out. Selling out is crazy.
That's one reason why I'm always going to have so much respect for Ryan Reynolds, because he did not sell out this character. He loved the character from the very beginning. And
you saw the movie was
right.
He had part of writing it too. He was writing the story as well.
And he's always taking care of the character, not just on the big screen, but in commercials, in any form of cameo, when he's doing interviews. This man has embodied that character,
right? Yep.
And he wants to make sure that everyone enjoys and loves the character just as much as he does.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool as much as Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow.
Yes, he is.
I could see Ryan Reynolds walking around with a box in his trunk with just the Deadpool outfit, and then he would randomly go around and then just cosplay as Deadpool. People would be like, "Oh, look, that's a really cool cosplay." And then he takes off his mask. It's actually Ryan Reynolds, and he freaks everyone out.
He would do it.
You know who did that? Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield did that with Spider-Man. He was playing basketball.
No, when he was wearing the costume.
He was playing basketball in the costume.
And the people didn't know it was him until he took off his helmet. And they were like, what the? That's crazy.
But he loved the character too. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, like, just for me, the reason it's a 10 out of 10 is because this movie is just so much bigger than just having a good time too. It's everything that was put into it. The respect that every single character was given. Even the characters like Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
He was still given respect for what it was.
No,
Here's why. Here's why.
Why?
Because the character was always seen as a comedic relief in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like, dude, when he fell out of the sky, he landed on his nuts. Then he hit his head, and then he landed on his neck. He scorpioned in ridiculousness. And then from that moment, I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too. I was like, oh,
dead.
he's dead.
But then they cut to the scene, and he's just, hey, how you doing? Like,
yeah.
Whoa, you alive?
He survived Scorpion from like 20 feet.
And then here comes the writer saying, not for long. Not for long.
And then at the end of the movie, they still gave him some credit.
Bro, that ending, that
was funny.
That end credit scene was hilarious.
That was very funny.
You know, there's two routes you could have taken. One, he did say all of that, and they just cut it for the joke.
Nah, Deadpool fixed it.
Or two, Deadpool manipulated the whole thing. Like, what was it? Because you saw the robot, and I'm pretty sure that was a reference to She-Hulk and how that kind of creates and manipulates the universe. So he pretty much manipulated the universe to make Johnny Storm say all of that stuff, so that the audience, so that he can convince the audience that he didn't get him killed. He was just quoting him.
He basically said it to us.
But he manipulated the universe to do that.
He manipulated us.
Bro.
We're the viewers of his universe, and he manipulated us.
Me, I was like, bro, I see the thing in your hand. You're fucking with time and manipulating it so that
bro came to the camera. He was like, nah, just to let y'all know, okay?
Yeah, so everybody keeps.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
But Johnny Storms, I keep trying to. I'm fighting it, but I keep almost saying Johnny Test.
Why?
Right. So it's like Johnny Storm.
Right.
Right. He's manipulating the universe to have Johnny Storm say these things, and he's like, bro, I see what you're doing. You're that's
Deadpool. That is classic Deadpool.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Let me manipulate the entire universe just so I can be correct in one argument.
And then how positive Deadpool was to, he was like, oh, go, you go, girl.
Right.
And
he was egging him on.
Yeah, he was like, He's like, all right, you could quote me, and he was like, K.
Right.
He was like, see?
He's like, I will.
He said that.
Wolverine's like, Man, you know that didn't
Bro,
happen,
you know another part that was so funny? When we got 30 seconds left, but when Wolverine was laughing at all of Deadpool's bullshit while he was drinking in the background, talking about how
Yes.
that shit was funny.
Yes.
He was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Right.
So
He
yeah,
was like,
the
y'all know
chemistry
nothing.
The chemistry of this movie was nice. I like the
10 out of 10.
interactions. It was really enjoyable, right?
10 out of 10.
I wouldn't go see it again, really. I probably would. You know, I don't know. I'm mixed right now. Like there's not a lot of movies, but yeah. Here we go. Yay, bye. Cards. We ran out of time.
So everybody, make sure that you check out Black Maverick Publishing so that you can see our stories as well. And if you like these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Also share.
Share.
The more people see this,
Share it all.
the more successful we can be, and we will only thank you more for doing so.
Tell your mom and your dad.